For 50 years, Israel has viewed the Yom Kippur War as the closest it has come to failure, the war it almost lost. Buoyed by its victories in 1948, 56 and 67, the nation believed itself too powerful for its Arab neighbours to threaten it. And this belief caught it off guard when the armies of Egypt and Syria launched a coordinated assault in what Arabs called the October or the Ramadan War.
Israeli stronger, and the situation was not in favor of Egypt during the Yom Kippur War. But the unfavorable situation converted to a favorable solution because of the self-deception of Israel.
The errors that convinced Israel it was safe, even as it observed Arab armies preparing for war, have been dissected for decades. But the war's opening gambit was not just an Israeli intelligence failure. For Egypt, it was a success in the art of deception.
President Anwar Sadat created a new method, managed to sedate security apparatus of Israeli, managed to preserve the perception of the Egyptian army in the mind of civilian leaders and army leaders. The inability for keeping secret to cooperation between troops.
Sadat leveraged the image of Egypt and of Arabs as inferior to Israel's fighting ability. Egypt used a variety of methods to deceive Israel. Most infamously and controversially, the man Mossad codenamed Angel, Ashraf Marwan. Connected closely to Egypt's presidential elite, Marwan supplied Israel with critical intelligence. Egyptians and a handful of Israelis say he was working for Cairo all along. But the planting of false information was more than the work of one man. It was a national strategy targeting multiple levels.
Columnists, the opinionists from all over the world talk about the shortage in weapons, the shortage in leaders' capabilities.
Egypt leaked information that its troops were struggling to use new Soviet equipment, and that its air force would not be prepared for war before 1975.
So the Egyptian worked to make the Israeli believe that no intention in Egypt or Arab countries to go for a new round of war after 67 war.
But ultimately, Egypt's victory in the opening days of the conflict could not carry it until the end of the war, which ended with Israel holding more territory than it began with, after 19 days of bloodshed. While Israel reacted to its close call with soul-searching, altering how it conducted intelligence, Egypt looks back on the war as a success that paved the way for peace.
The view of October is a great victory, because the matter of crossing canal and destroying Barley Line was a great success. That changed the matter of the confrontation between Arab and Israeli. No one imagined before Ramadan War or October War that Arab and Israeli sit in the same table to negotiate a peaceful settlement.
A peace settlement that went on to change the Middle East and Israel's place in it in ways that are still being felt 50 years later.